Hi guys, my name is Mohammed Shahzad and you're watching my YouTube channel Ping IT Computers. Okay guys, today we will install Dell EMC Isilon on our VMware Workstation, and I will let you know how we can configure two node cluster because I cannot install more on this my laptop because I have a less resources, but you can go 3 and 4 minimum 4 node cluster. And let's see, we'll start our lab now. So if you go on a Dell website, and you have to have a login there, and then you can download virtual edition for the Dell EMC Isilon or PowerScale. So it's a NAS storage. You can create a file servers, or you can give this storage to your CCTV, so video recordings, and so on so forth related to file structure based storage. Okay, let's go and start our lab. So I have my VMware Workstation here. Okay, so I already downloaded my OVF files, so I have there. I'll go for open. Okay, in Isilon, this 9.4 version, as of now I have a OVF for virtual, so I will open, and you can give a virtual name for this, Isilon node 1. Okay, I will copy, import, it will take a little time, and our OVF is imported in our it's already imported. It's created some hard drives inside of the node, and 3 networks and bridge networks also. So I will change the network first because I want to ping from my laptop. It's only one laptop, so I will change all my 3 networks to same which I required. Here we go, 0. This one also will go for 0, and this one also will go for 0. Okay, and we will do restart this Isilon first node. Because processor is taking so much time for these nodes to prepare. If you have a good resources, this cluster will be very fine. You can create it very fast and you can do practice. It will load the full script, and it will take a little time to install the node because all the scripts are running. It's a script based on the back OneFS file system. Okay, so here it's saying, are you sure you want to proceed? Yes, we will type yes and hit enter. Okay, all the drives formatting is started. In this stage, this node will format all the drives, storage drive which is inside of our node. It's formatting. Sorry, my birds are very noisy. Okay, so our first node is ready. Here we can create a cluster. Let's start creating a cluster. Even we have a one node, second node we will install after this, and when the cluster is ready, pingable, so then we will start our second node. Okay, let's go, and I will press 1 and hit enter, because the first option is showing that create a new cluster. We'll enter and we will read full, and you can press Q as well, it will go to the end. And do you accept the EOLA? Yes. Type yes and OK. And now it's asking for root password, so we'll give a root password. It will ask for confirmation. Now it's asking for admin password confirmations. Okay, now it's asking what cluster name you want to type. So we will have a like home lab cluster. Home lab cluster is the name of our cluster. Okay, proceed with the cluster name, home lab cluster. Yes. Okay, always we will encoding, we always choose 8. By default is also UTF-8. Even you don't type, it will bring you to the UTF-8. Enter. Now here we need 3 different type of networks. If you see, if I show you our Isilon have a 3 networks. So there is external and internal and firewall. 2 internal, 1 failover. Sorry, not firewall. 2 internal, internal A, internal B, and failover. 3 internal and 1 external for our management. So let's go. First I will type 1. Okay, 1, hit enter. Netmask 255.255.255.0. Now is asking for netmask is done, so we will go for press 3. Jumbo frames MTUs we will leave default, which is 1500. So I will go for direct internal A IP range. First is add IP range, so enter the low IP for the range 10.10 10.1. enter. Highest is 5. I will reserve 5 IPs. So our configuration INTA internal A interface IP range is configured. So I will do hit enter again. Okay, see the internal A set, all we set it. So I will hit enter again. Now it's asking for secondary 2 I will press, and INT B we will configure. Okay, INT B has the B interface as well as failover interface. So we'll go for press 1, the net mask 0. Okay, net mask is setted. Now we'll go for enter B range. I will press 2. Okay, so we'll press 1 and add this time low range 10.10.11.1. last time for A we used, so all 3 different networks you have to give a 3 different net masks. Okay, and 5. Okay, so now this one is set. Only the failover 3 we will select now, and first the IP range, so we will go 10.10.12.1 and highest is 5. Enter and enter. So all is set and failover is enabled. So we'll hit enter again. Now see, AB is done. We will hit enter again. Now it's asking for external network, first management network. Okay, 1. We'll go for net mask, select 1, type 255.255.255.0. net mask is set, MTUs 1500 we don't need, and 3 we will put external range. Okay, press 1. Our external is 192.168.20. Let's go above 50. Okay, and I will go for 55. Reserve for 5. Okay, 50 to 55. Okay, external is also set. We'll go hit enter again. Yes, all set. Hit enter again. Now it is asking for gateway 20.1, our gateway. Okay, if you want to give a smart connect zone name, later on you can set, or you can give it here. Okay, smart connect zone name, we'll say like Isilon 01. Okay, and we'll go for 2 IP address 192.168.20.56. Okay, and DNS server 192.168.20.2. DNS server. Okay, search domain name we can give it later. External is set. Time zone we will install inside the cluster. We can change it locally or give it the NTP server. Okay, the cluster joining mode we will keep manual. Hit enter, it will, or type 1, it will be manual, or by default already selected manual. Okay, this is the summary, all summary which we want to commit for the making a cluster. So I will just type yes for commit, and it will start creation a cluster, and we'll put a ping to our cluster and say 192.168.20.50. I think from 50 to 56 we used. Let's see. Okay, and how I can ping this node from my laptop to this Isilon. For that you have to install one new Microsoft loopback adapter in your network, and bind that network adapter with your this internal network VMnet 0. I bridged this one with this, so then it will start pinging from your laptop to your cluster. I hope we have given the same cluster IP. I think 50 or 51. I think we gave 50. So let's see, let this be ready, this one, and we will start pinging. Let me check my IP address. Ah, 192.168.20.1. We can give this one. Give it 20. Okay, see, now our node is pinging. And let's see, when this cluster is ready, we'll open a GUI, and then after that second node we install and we will join to the cluster. Still it will take a little time. This cluster will be ready. When here is a login, we can check. Still we have a ping. Just wait a little. Now HTTPD service will start, which is our GUI, and then we can check the cluster status with ISI status command, and after that we will open our cluster in the web GUI. Okay, so our cluster is ready. We can log in one time with the root and our IP address, our password, which we gave during the cluster building. Okay, so here it is. Our OneFS Isilon AMD processor on my laptop, OneFS 9.4.0.0. So it will give us a prompt. Okay, so we will check ISI status. You will see our status: successfully created a cluster and one node is there. Okay, so let's see if we can browser open this cluster. 92.168.20.50. Port is 8080. Enter. Okay, still the cluster is not ready yet. Let's give a little time because this one is a GUI is not ready yet. It will take a little time. Let's have a ping again. Yeah, ping is coming. Again we will go for HTTPS. Okay, now it's ready. Yes, it was taking little time, so we'll open. Here we go. First time our Dell technology Isilon cluster. This is the cluster name, home lab cluster. So root, or we will go with the admin. Login. So it will open our cluster because we are using our laptop and it's a simulator. That's why I don't have enough resources. It's a bit slow. But if you install on ESXi or other your workstation which have high resources, it will be faster than this we are practicing in the lab. Okay, so first time OneFS storage administration page is here, and we have our dashboard, and in the dashboard it will show our full capacity. Okay, so cluster overview. Okay, we have a one node, and total our this time our storage is this one, usable 98 MB. Okay, available 98 GB. Okay, so this one is node 1, status is healthy. So this is the node 1, HD capacity is 7831 GB. So here is the total information regarding this. Now let's go and install the second node, and we will add to the cluster. So just go open again, same OVF, and we'll give name Isilon -N2 node 2 import. Okay, our node is here, so we'll change the same, the editing to the same. Okay, and then we will power on the machine. Similar, you can add, if you have enough resources, you can add 3 and 4, minimum 4 nodes will be sufficient for the practice lab. So we know that I am running out of the resources on this laptop, so I will do only 2 node cluster. The second node joining to the cluster is very straightforward. Just click, it will give you option, create a new cluster or join a cluster. So we will click we'll type 2, and there will be a joining, and that our cluster will be there, so we can join. That's it. So it will add it to the cluster straight away. it will take little time, like the first node did. It will ask us to continue. We'll type yes, then okay. So we will type yes for proceed, hit enter. Now it will start formatting and ALULA exceptions. Okay, the formatting, dry formatting is started. Okay, so here we will see it's asking us to create a cluster or join a cluster. So this time we will type 2 because we are going to join the existing cluster which we already made with our node 1. So this node will join to that cluster. Yes, he's saying the home lab cluster. Remember we created. I will press 1, enter, and it's going to join the cluster. And after joining, it will give us a login page, and then we will see our GUI again. it will take a little more time to make this node ready in the cluster. And on this point, if you try to open your cluster, it will not, because still the node is joining on the back. So you can ping. Our first node IP was this, and then second node, because we gave a 5 IPs range, so second node will take 51. See, the reply is there from 51 as well. And let it run. After a little time, when this screen will come here for the login, we will check status one more time, and then we will go for our GUI and we'll check both nodes from the GUI web administration, Isilon web administration. Now it's called PowerScale. Meanwhile, we can check our GUI if it is there. Same IP. We'll check if it is working. No, cluster is still down because that second node is joining. When the second node or third or fourth node, whenever you will join the node, this GUI will be down, cluster will be disconnect all the administration links. So you will see after some time, and here will be our login prompt. After that, we'll try again for the GUI. So again, after this node is joining to the cluster, at the end cluster will start the HTTPD service, which is our GUI service, and we will open a cluster again. We'll check again with the refresh of GUI if there is. Yes, GUI is ready. Yes, check administration, admin, and password. Let's see if our on the other hand we can check if the second node also ready. Not yet. Still service is going to run. Taking time because my laptop resource is also limited. You see CPU is performing on above 50%. Now it's came down. Hopefully when the HTTPD will be started in this node, we are all good to go. Again, check the GUI. Okay, so GUI is back. This one will also release and show us the login prompt. Okay, getting the information. Full 2-node cluster now. Our capacity is increased. I'll go click on the cluster overview. And I'll minimize and we'll check on the other hand. Okay, still some information is not committed because the second node is still working on that. Okay, now there, and if we see node status, see now it's almost double. CPU usage very high in our nodes. Okay, this is node 1. We'll go cluster status. See the second node, first node, second node. This is the total capacity. Now capacity is doubled almost, and the storage is also double. CPU utilization, throughput, files, system throughput, all is here. And if you go our networks, this node is having some delay. So in this page you will see the network information, where we have internal network, we have a DNS cache settings. It's loading the network data. Okay, still that node is not there, that's why. Anyway, we'll go for the internal. because of my laptop resources, that's why we are having this delay. Okay, here is the internal network information. This is internal A, which we give during the cluster building. This is internal B, and this is the failover. So these two are our network resources. So go back to cluster overview. So guys, this was the video. We can add two more nodes into the cluster. If you have enough resources, you can add 2 more, and this is the way we can build our Isilon storage cluster, and we can do some our labs for file server, for SMB shares, for NFS, and so more settings are available here. For OneFS file system is giving us these are all the opportunities. We can create access zones, authentication provider, join a domain, and some policies and settings, data protections, snapshot IQ. These are antiviruses, smart quota, storage pools we can make. And if we go into the storage pool, it will show us the local and smart pool. See, local storage, like that file. See, all cautions and policies there. File pool policy, smart pools, cloud, smart pool, and settings. So all these, and in the general settings, you can shut down the cluster, you can restart the cluster. Okay guys, this was the video regarding our Isilon cluster building, a virtual lab. So you can, if you have enough resources, you can make a 2, 3, 4 node cluster, and you can practice with your file server or SMB shares. So hopefully in the next videos we will continue this series. We will create some SMB shares, we will create access zones, we will make a DNS delegation account, and then we will mount these SMB shares via our smart IP, SIP IP to the clients, and we will see how our clients can see this storage and they can utilize as a file server. So take care guys. If you are new on my channel, my request is to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon for upcoming videos. Take care. Bye bye.